Welcome, and thanks for attending our virtual child passenger safety presentation on the basics of rear-facing car seats. As you probably have noticed when shopping for a car seat, they all look different, but the important thing to know is that they all meet the same federal safety standards. It is also important to note that we do not endorse any particular car seat. When children turn forward-facing in their car seat, they are watching everything that you do. Be a good role model so when it's time for them to drive, they buckle up on every ride, put their phones down, and observe the rules of the road. Did you know when drivers are unrestrained, 71% of the children were also unrestrained? Buckle up on every ride, every time. There are so many car seats on the market. They look different, they have their own instructions, sometimes making it hard to correctly use. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, known as NHTSA, cited that more than half of car seats are not properly used. Some examples of misuse are wrong seat for the child, harness straps are too loose, or the car seat is not secured to the vehicle. If you are using a car seat or plan to, it is shown to reduce fatal injuries by 71% for infants under 1 year old and by 54% for toddlers 1 to 4 years old in passenger cars. Every car seat should be registered with the manufacturer. Registering either online or using the registration card on the seat allows the manufacturer to contact you in the event of a recall. They are not allowed to use this information to contact you for any other reason. Recalls are car seat defects which may or may not affect the safety of the seat. They can be voluntary or required action taken to notify consumers of a defect and provide a way to correct problems or deficiencies once a car seat has been distributed or sold. Manufacturers must offer free repairs or replacement for products recalled for violations of safety standards. If you have a seat which you are not sure if you have registered, you can always go onto the manufacturer's website and register it. You can also log on to NHTSA/recalls and check to see if your car seat has a recall. So let's talk about the basics of car seats. Selection. Is this the right car seat for your child's weight, height, age, and developmental level? Next, direction. Is it rear-facing or forward-facing? Location. Is it in the correct location in the vehicle? Installation. Is your car seat secured to the vehicle? And lastly, harnessing. Is your child's harness snug enough to ensure their safety? It's important to understand that it does not matter what type or brand of car seat you select. They all have been tested to meet the same federal safety standards. There are two types of rear-facing car seats to choose from. On the left is a rear-facing infant-only car seat. This car seat has a detachable base with a rear-facing carrier. You can purchase additional bases to install in other vehicles using the one carrier that stays with the child. The carrier can come in and out of the base with the baby still in the carrier, as seen in this Nuna Pippa. On the right is a convertible seat. It can go rear-facing, typically to a higher weight, up to age 2, and can be used forward-facing when the child reaches the maximum rear-facing height or weight limits, as shown in this Graco MyRide. Convertibles do not give you the convenience of the carrier and stays in the vehicle. So we're going to watch a video that shows the different effects that a small child may experience in a rear-facing seat versus a forward-facing seat. Watch the forward-facing seat and the forces to the child causing them to be aggressively thrown forward, putting a lot of stress on the head, neck, and spinal cord. Babies' head, neck, and spine are not strong enough to ride forward-facing. Rear-facing car seats are designed so the shell of the seat takes most of the crash forces as well as holds the child down into the seat to prevent ejection. So let's watch the video one more time. The best car seat is the one that fits your child, vehicle, and budget, and the one you will use properly every time. An infant-only carrier is convenient in taking the baby in and out of the car in their seat, but you will need to purchase another seat down the road that goes to a higher weight or height limit. The convenience of a convertible isn't there. It must stay secured in the car and the child must be removed each time, but it can be used for a newborn rear-facing to a toddler forward-facing. American Academy of Pediatrics, or AAP, recommends keeping children rear-facing to the highest weight or height limit of the seat. The AAP is a national organization that provides guidelines to pediatricians. Best practice always meets or exceeds state law. In this next simulated video, you can see how the rear-facing seat cradles the child's head, neck, and spine by pressing their body into the seat back with a lot less movement. It helps the child ride down the crash forces, protecting them from injury. Your best resources are your vehicle and car seat instruction manuals. Usually we toss the manuals aside. However, this is a manual you will want to keep handy. The labels on the car seats can be very colorful with installation instructions, warning labels, which may be printed in both English and Spanish, height and weight limits. The labels use words, illustrations, and even color coding to easily explain the proper use of the car seat. If you misplace your car seat manual, you can go online to download a copy. These manuals are your lifeline in using your car seat properly, and if you have additional questions, you can call the manufacturer. Reading the labels on the car seats can give you information, such as who manufactured the seat, when it was made, and maybe the expiration date. The label on the upper right is from Upper Baby Mesa, which was made January 2016, but can only be used until January 2023 per the manufacturer. Each manufacturer sets their own expiration dates, so you know how long the seat will be good for, but generally a good rule of thumb is 6 years. A good tip would be to locate the label on your seat with the manufacturer's name, model number, and date of manufacturer, and put it in your owner's manual, or take a picture on your phone to have handy in case you need to call the manufacturer with a question, search for a recall, or go online to locate the instruction manual. Many seats, such as this new Narava, use color coding labels to separate rear-facing from forward-facing belt paths, weight limits, and much more. For this seat, all the blue labels indicate it coordinates with rear-facing installations, and the red labels are for the forward-facing installation. The majority of car seats mostly have the same parts, so we will discuss the common parts that you may see across all brands of seats. The parts will look very similar, but there may be slight differences. First, the carrying handle. Read the manual and look for the labels on the seat to see if the handle should be in the up or down position when transporting a child. Each manufacturer is different. The harness slots are used to position the harness strap heights, which is dependent on if the seat is rear-facing. Rear-facing seats, the harness straps will be at or just below the shoulders. You will see some examples in the next few slides. The chest clip is used to position the harness properly on the shoulders and must be positioned at the armpit level. The buckle locks in the ends of the harness the same way you buckle the adult seat belt. Always listen for the click. The harness adjuster strap can be pulled to tighten, and the release lever will allow the harness to loosen when activated. All straps should be snug on the child's shoulders and should not be able to be pinched at the shoulder. The infant insert could come with your car seat. Never add non-approved products to the car seat. Seats are certified with the parts that come in the box and those that are certified by the car seat manufacturer. Adding anything to the seat after the fact that isn't approved can compromise the way the seat was designed to protect your child. The belt path is very important to installation, and we will look at this closer in a minute. We will go through the recline indicator, recline adjuster, recline adjustment, and lower anchor connector in more detail in the next couple of slides. Now let's look at some of the parts of this rear-facing convertible seat. The splitter plate holds and secures the harnesses in place. The shell absorbs the crash forces, protecting the child. In order for the car seat manufacturer to meet or supersede the minimum federal safety standards, they can design their seat any way they want. The rebound bar is one method select manufacturers have designed their seat. You must read the manual. Rear facing to the highest weight or height of the car seat is very important. Children should ride in the back seat until 13 years of age. They should never be in front of an airbag. The arrow in the picture points to the airbag warning label on the car seat. This will be on all rear-facing seats. Airbag warnings will be found in the vehicle manual and on the visor of the vehicle. It is in 3 places. There are different installation methods for each type of car seat. Rear-facing infant-only carrier and rear-facing convertible seats typically install either with using the vehicle seatbelt or the lower anchors, but not both. However, please check the car seat manual. Once the seat is installed, check for tightness by pulling side to side and back and forth by the belt path. Ensure the seat does not move more than 1 inch, which is called the inch test.
Once your car seat is installed, put your hands where the belt is at the base of the seat and give the seat a good tug. If your seat moves more than 1 inch side to side or front to back, make sure to retighten. Then test it again. Once your seat does not move more than 1 inch side to side or front to back, great job, you've passed the inch test.
Regardless if the car seat is installed using a seatbelt or lower anchors, a rear-facing car seat must be installed at an angle between 30 to 45 degrees to help younger kids keep their airways open and to protect the spinal cord. You want to make sure that the head doesn't fall forward and block the child's airway or recline too far, not providing the optimal protection and adhering to the manufacturer's instructions. Some car seats have more than one recline angle, so follow the instructions. To achieve the correct recline can be done using angle adjustment mechanisms, which may be found on your seat. The left picture is a rear-facing only base, which allows the leveling foot to drop down to change the angle. This could be a lever or a knob to change the height of the foot. The right picture shows a convertible seat where you squeeze the front red lever to allow the seat to change angles. The lever is even embossed with the word recline. Use the lever adjustments with the lever indicators, and that will help achieve the proper angle. To make sure the recline is correct, car seats have different types of angle indicators. Bubble indicators, where the bubble must stay between the line. The indicator window, which changes color when the seat is not in the proper angle. This seat does not allow red to be seen. Or, mostly found on convertibles, is the line indicator. The line should be level with the ground to show proper angle. To install the car seat, you need to identify the proper belt paths. The belt path is the area on the car seat where the seat belt or the lower anchor straps will be routed through to install the seat. Rear-facing only seats installed without a base will have one belt path. Rear-facing only seats with a base, the belt path will be on the base, not the carrier. On a convertible seat like the one on the right, it will have 2 belt paths. Each belt path is used for which direction the seat will be installed. The blue circle is for the rear-facing installation, but if you turn the seat around and install it forward-facing, you would use the red circled path. But as a rule of thumb, use the path that is closest to the vehicle seat back. Seatbelts need a way to lock the car seat into place, and the vehicle instruction manuals will explain how to do this. You will need your car seat and vehicle manual. When using the lower anchors to install the car seat, you must first locate the anchors in the car, which could be sticking out of the seat with a universal logo like in the top left picture, and they may or may not be available in all back seating positions. Check the vehicle owner's manual to locate the anchors. Car seats have two types of attachments which connect to the anchors in the car. The top right picture is a hook-on connector, which needs to be pushed up and over the bar. And the bottom right picture shows a push-on connector, which is as easy as locating the anchor point, pushing on the connector, and listening for the click. Both types should be checked for proper attachment by pulling to ensure it stays connected. Lower anchor installation is when the lower anchors on the car seat are connected to the anchor bars attached in the bight of the vehicle seat. You will want to make sure the car seat doesn't move more than 1 inch at the belt path. We will see a video in a few moments that will walk us through all the steps of a rear-facing car seat installation. Lower anchors have weight limits. This label is very clear that you can use lower anchors for a child weighing under 35 pounds. Once the child reaches 35 pounds, you must switch to a seatbelt installation. Never use both lower anchors and seatbelt unless the manufacturer allows it. Again, always check the manual. Now let's talk about fitting the child in the harness to get the proper tight fit. The harness should be at or below shoulder level when rear facing. The harness is meant to keep the child in place and not allow them to slide out during a crash. Each car seat has multiple harness slot heights and you must move them accordingly. Some seats require you to detach the harness and physically move it from slot to slot, and others have an adjuster which allows the harness to be moved up and down by following the car seat directions. Each time your child is moved in and out of the seat, the harness should be adjusted for tightness and the pinch test should be done. This next video will show how to tighten the harness and conduct the pinch test.
With your child sitting properly in the car seat, try to pinch the strap at your child's shoulder. If you can pinch the strap, tighten the harness and try again. If you can't pinch the strap, you've passed the pinch test.
The piece of webbing that the installer was pulling on the front of the car seat is called the front adjuster strap. Pulling the strap makes it tighter, and pushing or pulling on the release lever or the harness release adjuster and pulling out on the harness straps allows the harness to get longer. We learned how to complete a tight installation, and when finished, always check for tightness. Pulling only at the belt paths side to side and front to back to ensure the seat does not move more than 1 inch. Here's a photo of two children rear facing with harnesses at or below shoulder level and the chest clip at armpit level. This is demonstrating proper fit. Caregivers should follow the car seat instruction manuals when considering non-approved products such as inserts, canopy covers, toys, and vehicle seat protectors. Only products approved by the car seat manufacturer for use with a particular car seat or booster seat model are acceptable to use. Check both the car seat manual and car seat manufacturer's website for information on how to use these products. This next video is installing a base with the seatbelt. The important step is to determine how the seatbelt locks, which can be determined from checking the vehicle owner's manual. Once the car seat is secured and the child's harness has been installed using the pinch test to confirm tightness, you are all set.
This video covers some basic tips for using and installing a rear-facing infant car seat with the seat belt. Before you begin, read your instruction manual for your car seat and the portion of your vehicle owner's manual on child restraint systems. Pay close attention to the information on your vehicle's seatbelt system and how to lock it. Because every car seat and vehicle is different, it's important to follow all instructions carefully. Place the car seat base in the back seat of your vehicle. Carefully thread the seat belt through the correct belt path. Be careful not to have any twists. Buckle the seat belt. Lock the seat belt, press down firmly on the base, and tighten. The base should not move side to side or front to back more than 1 inch. Make sure your car seat is installed at the correct recline angle. Most car seats have built-in angle indicators or adjusters to assist you. Properly position the harness on your child. Harness straps should lie flat, not twisted, and be placed through the slot at or below your child's shoulders. Buckle the harness and the chest clip and tighten. The harness is snug enough when you cannot pinch any extra material at the shoulder. Place the chest clip at armpit level. Your child is now secure and ready to go. Use your rear-facing infant seat for as long as possible. Once your child outgrows the infant car seat, you should switch to a convertible car seat and use it in the rear-facing position. Rear-facing convertible seats have higher height and weight limits and allow you to keep your child rear-facing longer.
Now we will watch a video from NHTSA on how to install a rear-facing convertible. Remember, the convertible seat has 2 belt paths, and in the video you can see they use the one closest to the seat back or the rear-facing belt path.
This video covers some basic tips for using and installing a convertible car seat in the rear-facing position with a seat belt. Before you begin, read your instruction manual for your car seat and the portion of your vehicle owner's manual on child restraint systems. Pay close attention to the information on your vehicle's seat belt system and how to lock it. Because every car seat and vehicle is different, it's important to follow all instructions carefully. Place the car seat in the back seat of your vehicle. Carefully thread the seat belt through the correct belt path. Be careful not to have any twists. Buckle the seat belt. Lock the seat belt, press down firmly on the car seat, and tighten. The car seat should not move side to side or front to back more than 1 inch. Make sure your car seat is installed at the correct recline angle. Most car seats have built-in angle indicators or adjusters to assist you. Properly position the harness on your child. Harness straps should lie flat, not twisted, and be placed at the slot at or below your child's shoulders. Buckle the harness and the chest clip and tighten. The harness is snug enough when you cannot pinch any extra material at the shoulder. Place the chest clip at armpit level. Your child is now secure and ready to go. Remember to use your convertible car seat in the rear-facing position for as long as possible. When your child reaches the top height or weight limit indicated by your car seat manufacturer, it's time to switch your convertible seat to face forward.
The seat was adjusted for tightness and the harness was adjusted to fit the child. Once the harness is snug, the last thing is to move the chest clip in the proper position, which is in line with the armpits. Manufacturers have additional features that may be on your seat that we did not discuss. If this is the case, read your manual to see how that feature is used or call customer service. If you have a seat in which you do not know the history, meaning you do not know who owned it, and if it was involved in a crash or if there are missing parts, the seat is not recommended to be used. There could be hidden issues with the seat that will cause the seat to not function properly in a crash and may cause serious injury. Finally, knowing when your child has outgrown their child restraint is extremely important. It is recommended that the child stays rear-facing to the highest height or weight limits of the seat, which can be found on the labels. We learned that the American Academy of Pediatrics recommends children remain riding rear-facing until the highest height or weight limit of the car seat. If your child outgrows their car seat before this recommendation, you may want to get a rear-facing seat with a higher weight limit harness instead of prematurely turning them forward-facing. Once your child has reached those limits is when they can be moved to a forward-facing position. Because we cannot obviously talk about every car seat manufactured, it is recommended that you review the manuals, the manufacturer's website, along with reputable sources such as Safe Kids Worldwide and NHTSA for more information. It is also highly recommended if you have any questions about your seat, call the manufacturer's customer service number.